Mic check, mic check. All right, it would seem as though I have audio as well. All right. Awesome, cool. Right on. Top of the morning, G Corp, fine, a run, and a name that I wish I was intelligent enough to pronounce, but I'm not. Max Wild, Dylan, VA. Okay. Well, I don't. I'm starting late today, so I unfortunately won't be on very long. But let's get some things cleared up here. Okay. Where do we want to start? Well, I mean, I guess we just start by saying, like, thank God that finally happened, right? Like, Jesus. Okay, so we had an interaction with a very relevant low, the one I had been waiting for how long now? For how long have I been waiting for this? Can we just measure? How does that work? Is it shift? Is it control? Is it command? Is it no button I managed to press and it still didn't measure? Cool, fun, neat. Measure. 6 days later? Jesus. Okay, so we sweep that low, right? It's a good look. That's a good look. I don't think that's a bad look. We've got to clean a lot of stuff up here and talk about some other things, but not a bad look. What happened before that? So let's see. On Friday midday, we ended up sweeping those semi-equal highs, breaking structure afterwards, setting a lower high for a lower low. Yeah, that happened. Let's see. And we got a little bit of lift out of this guy. The only thing that I've added to the chart, I think, since we were here is this area supply after putting in this break, after hitting the these equal highs, and yeah, this action here. So anyways, you know, that stuff kind of happens. We finally make our rotation back to the bottom of the range, and we perch the low of the range. Overall, pretty good. So I think we can probably delete mostly all of this stuff. Yeah. Delete all this. I took a small scalp this morning. I have been stopped out in profit on this. Do we talk about a re-entry here? Like, I don't know. A little bit of trouble there. If one of these wicks would have came down and pulled something before it, I would say this looks a lot better in this area. Let's back out and make sure I'm not missing any resistance that I haven't marked. And I am. Okay. You know, in a perfect world, I'd love to see this low get run again, but I don't think that necessarily needs to happen at all. I'm actually pretty happy with all this down here for further upside. So, you know, is price going to range, initiate, mitigate, and continue? That's what I would suspect for today. That's what I would suspect. I don't know if I just don't think there's anything right in front of me that I go like, well, that's a clear place for it to do so. Yeah, it's all pretty low time frame stuff in here. Let's see what we can find. I mean, you're just in and about the only area that it could happen. I don't even love this, but you're in and about this only area in which it should be occurring. Get into that. Yeah, so I mean, if I had to give, if I had to give any immediate suggestion, I would say it's probably this one. Yeah, I would say it's probably that one. Though I will say, if you lose, it's shit thing is I got to delete all this. I should have done that to begin with. If you do turn around and lose this, though, then I absolutely would be looking into a back test of that and a drive to really far lower targets. So before I get too much further, let me just delete everything on here so we can get cleaned up. All right. So back to reality. We filled that high last week-ish or whatever, right? Somewhere in and along there. As I'd mentioned, this is a very important low. This low is the highest time frame structure that exists between here and here. You start breaking this and you could ultimately end up running a target like that, which does coincide with the overall idea that you filled the range high, so is it time to rotate back to the range low, right? Yeah. My only issue is I see that we have candle body closes below here, but I'm not fully sold on it yet. Just not fully sold on it. Yeah, I'm really not fully sold on it. I still think it could just be a deviation of this low. Yeah, moral of the story is I really don't have an issue with it being a deviation of the low here. But if you were to watch this as a break-in structure, then I would say, yeah, anywhere up in here is going to be your supply. I mean, technically speaking, it starts here, but I don't think there's any real need for that. Yeah, and then if we go forward in time frame, we're going to find, yeah, we'll just go with that 16-hour order block right here. This is the area of market involvement that caused this. Right, this here is what caused this. So that would be the main point of interest right there. For me, anyway, that would be the main point of interest. Just a couple time frames. Yeah, so it's like an SFP on the 16, but this is not 16-minute market structure here. So we definitely can count this as a break. Definitely can count it as a break. Interesting. Let's play with some different time frames here. 4 hour, still good. 6 hour, not so much. Interesting. No, I think I'm just going to go with this 4. You do have a 4-hour order block right beneath that low. My issue with it, my only issue with it, because I do take a little bit of an issue with it, is this wick. If it was longer than the prior wick, then I would feel so much better about this scenario. But it is not those things. But I'm going to mark it in nonetheless. All right. Yeah, so even though we're indicating this area, I'm indicating this area as being supply, it does contain on the face of it a fair value gap. So it would not be surprising for me to fill the rest of this. And for the actual great short to be up there, if we are meant to break structure here and see a lower high for a lower low, or an equal low. That is if. This is the most picture perfect place on the chart for that to occur at, if you ask me. Outside of that, it just rolls over here. I'm sorry, I haven't even looked at chat in a long time. Okay, what did I miss in chat? Max Wilds, I think I missed Max. Wise Choice Money, definitely missed Wise Choice Money. Forget about it. Mass 33. What would you characterize this low? What would you characterize this low as a potential reversal? What signs would you be looking for? Anthony Soprano, top of the morning. One of the signs I would be looking for a reversal at this low. One of them has already happened. Okay, one of them has already happened. So we'll talk about that. It's a basic thing, and that basic thing is price is back above 99,241. Nope, that line is not even where it belongs. There we go. Price is back up above 99,500, right? That's one of the things that I would have wanted. And that is that that concept of like acceptance back within the range kind of thing, right? That's just like a range sort of concept. Yeah, that's one thing I want to see. The other thing I want to see in a perfect situation is the highest time frame structure from wherever the high is to the low, because I'm dealing with this range right here. What is the highest time frame structure that it contains, and has that structure broken bullishly? And I would say the answer to that question is a no. It contains about 15-minute structure or 45-minute at least, and it has not broken bullishly yet. So a little unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Interaction with here is what I've been waiting a week for. I've been saying I want to trade things that have come from a more external place, and yeah, we did that. So until I see this leg of price fail, right? And that's where we're sitting right now on market structure. Until I see that fail, I'd love to see price at least achieve one of 400. I'd like to see it at least achieve that. Now, if at any point in time it does fail, say we come up one more and then back down. Say we come down here. Let me draw that other one again. Come up one more and then back down. That means you should be shorting, in my opinion. Boom, boom, boom. Down here could be interesting for a short, but I need to see, because we have swept the main liquidity point that I was looking for that reason and that reason only, I am willing to follow this internal structure up from below. This structure here. Which I forgot where we were. What was it? Was it on the 45? Yeah. See, on the 45 before I wiped the chart, I was saying here. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, I'm happy to let's make some progress. I feel like I'm sort of stalling here. So get back on there. Let's drop down to yeah, we could use about the 10. If you see your 10-minute structure here failing at any point in time, well, then supply is likely still in control, and that starts to look like a short back down to this low. I wouldn't look to take it any farther than that low. And until then up. And yeah, did we theory craft a short out of there yet? No, should do that. Let's see here, other potential trades, because I wiped the chart entirely, so we'll just rebuild it. Would be another run on this low. target all-time high. That would be to complete a 1, 2, 3 Model 1 reaccumulation. So that belongs on there. And then let's see here. Let's get this out of the way. Let's put our all-time high back on here, and then all-time high short. Because the last one worked pretty good, so why wouldn't we want to look for it again, right? Why wouldn't we want to look for it again? Last all-time high short provided about a 10% move down. So yeah, I suppose we should probably look for that again. Only difference on that one is the target would actually be miles away. Because if that one were to work, we'll be targeting much lower on that. Down to 8,900, because that would complete a distribution looking effect. So yeah, big targets on that one. Yeah, I'd be targeting like an 18% move on that. Is there anything else I'm interested in? No, zero things. You start breaking through this supply here that I have marked starting at 10400. You start popping through that guy, and I highly suspect you're going to run all this remaining topside liquidity, all of it, including the all-time high. Yeah. And so for the most part, I would say that's probably all I have to blab about on BTC. And I do got to get. I'm trying to stay fast about it. So if you guys have anything else, I'm happy to go take a look at them. So we can take a peek at Trump. Trump never broke the high I was looking for, so ended up into a short. This high right here, which is about a 30-minute high or so. No, it's a 15. Yeah, never really broke that. See, that first stab above it was just a wick. We never cleared that wick. We rolled all the way down to the low that I said, hey, watch for reaccumulation here. And we are returning market structure bullish off of that low. Let's see, what time frame would that be? Not 1 hour. Well, you don't quite have the 30-minute on your side yet. Let's say you broke your 15 though. It's a little fragile still. Looks a little fragile still. We'll get some of this stuff out of here. That broke, back tested. That back tested. That back tested. Yeah. This stuff. Not quite, actually. Set a low, set a high, sweep the low. Won't be surprised if this high is targeted now. But y'all didn't ask for that. Let's see. We take a look at. All right, we'll peep virtual and grass real quick, and then I'm out of here. All right, so virtual has interacted with its mega important low the same way that BTC has. Let's get some stuff cleaned up here. You have supply above you that you got to worry about. Where are you? Where are you? Do it the lazy way? Fine, I'll do it the lazy way. Um, so virtual hasn't really like the bulls aren't hanging out on the chart yet. Like they're not really loud and proud. We can't see them yet. But yeah, you just interacted with the most relevant piece of structure that brought you from here to here. This is where the up and to the right. This is where it ends. Um, and you just hit that point. So a flip off of there to start heading back up makes perfect sense to me. Like failure to close below your highest time frame structure on the chart is very, very bullish. I do think that is very bullish. Now, the only thing I will say is I don't know if it particularly makes sense to just straight go up from here. Actually, and I'll make this statement about pretty much everything right now. Some manner of range down here would be pretty sweet. Obviously, that'd be pretty sweet because that would just give me further evidence that people are trying to reaccumulate these assets in these areas. And so any sort of ranging behavior down here with failure to close, where things that look like this on this chart, don't care if it's this chart or BTC or probably anything else today, things that look like this where they just don't really close. Your next candle wick is like here, and then and then your next candle wick is like here. Where they're just not really looking to close below there. Yeah, that stuff's going to look pretty good to me. But outside of that, I would just wait for the structure from, say, like this high to this low. I would just wait for it to start turning bullish, and then you probably have got, that sucks because it doesn't happen until here. Doesn't really return bullish market structure until there, but you do have a lot of built up liquidity there. So there's just, yeah, it can just, I see a couple of things. I see three things in virtual. I see three things. Technically it's four, but let's talk about the three. Oh no, three. This upwards only structure off the low fails somewhere, and then you short it back down to that low. That's one of the things. This upwards action off of the low does not fail and eventually comes up to points like this on the chart. At that point, I would expect an initiation, a mitigation, and a continuation. So let's see, we covered up, we covered down. What was my third one? My third one is some manner of range down here. We're looking to trade the bottoms of the range back to the top of the range. Yeah, that's the three versions in which I see virtual playing out. And then BTC, I'm bullish on BTC until shown otherwise. But honestly, Matt, you got to hop back to the beginning of the stream. We covered a lot of stuff on BTC. I won't have enough time to recap it. Let's see. Well, there was another coin, virtual grass. That's right, grass. Whatever happened with grass? I don't hate it. Don't love it, but I don't hate it. There we go. That's what I was looking for. All right. So the highest time frame structure inside of this range of price here, let me use my range thingy, is 16-hour structure. And that is not a candle body close. So this is kind of that bottoming sort of range type looking thing that I'm talking about on, that I was just talking about on whatever chart we were on before. So for that reason right there, I do not hate this. Yeah, don't hate it. So I think on the safer side for me, longs are going to be some manner of initiation above 2.2 and remitigation, looking to long here, which is later this week at best. That's long number one for me. Long number two for me actually comes off of this low for a 1, 2, 3 model 1 reaccumulation, right? 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. So it comes off of that. That's one. Our other one was basically here. Basically. More or less in that zone. To cruise up to probably this high, but we'll just stick it on that one. And then shorts for me would be here. Let's see, where do we want to put, let's put it in between these two positions. Yeah, something along these lines. If we get a price label on that one for you. That's where I'm at with grass right now. Morning, Bullyberry. Jupe, we can take a quick peek at Jupe, and it's my last one. I gotta go. We'll take one more quick peek at Bitcoin, and then we'll be out of here. Not good. It's not a particularly good look. You got good news and you got bad news on this chart. The bad news is this was some pretty significant supply up here. And so cleaning up both of these highs and smacking into there and then incurring a 26% retracement off of that makes me feel like you have rotated from your high, or that you're going to rotate from your highs to your lows. Definitely makes me worry about that. That's the bad news on the chart, right? The good news on the chart is your structure from this low to this high has not broken bearishly yet. That structure is still intact, meaning that this was all demand. And so if you were going to put in a higher low for a higher high, like it should have been in this area, should be here, should be here, should be here. Trouble is, we're already over halfway through this. Me no like. Yeah, I don't like coming more than halfway through it. Now, I mean, I'll give you this: if there's a point on the chart in which the inefficiency came from, in which the inefficiency, whoever got involved in the market that created this inefficiency here that took us up over that, they did get involved down here. Yeah, it was here. It was here. This is where the Cowboys stepped in. So bounce out of there does make some manner of sense. I just don't know if it holds given what happened. Oh well, I mean, you know, obviously that liquidity is easy to run. So I suppose that's not so bad. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say that supply. I don't even love that as supply because it really didn't create that much of an inefficiency. But you do come up, down, up, break, and that's where you start to recover all of that fair value gap. So I would say I'd say a couple of things on this one. In the bullish variety, so I wouldn't short it until 1606. Personally, I lied. There's a few positions here. They're starting to make more sense to me. Okay, so long number one. I don't know if it'll let you, I don't know how long it'll let you take it, but I would say this is definitely target one region for me. That is long numero uno, which is, now I have long numero dos, which is the more risky of the two. This one would have a local target one. I mean, there's a long down here somewhere, but nobody wants to talk about that because it's a million miles away, right? There's still this long down here that never got tagged, but those are a million miles away. Shorts for me are here. Yeah, that's what I got for you on the jupies. That's how I feel about the jupes. I do not like the failure here. Okay, I do not like that. I do not like all these lows sitting here. Don't love it. Nope, all them lows. But if it is meant to go up, I have a couple ideas for it. My favorite ideas on the chart: this one, this one. Those are my favorite two. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I was playing around. I got one of these. I got one of these thingies. Hold on, where is this? Right. I think we'll see if it works. Trying to get fancy with it. I don't even know if that button did what it was supposed to do. It's supposed to make my face all big. And then this one's supposed to make my face all small. Trying to step it up. Homie. All right, so we did virtual. We'll go. I'm going to take a quick peek at back at Bitcoin, and then I gotta go, man. It's brutal. This week's gonna be a lot to it. Yeah. Okay. So what did we take? Well, let's recap on the BTC. Let me use a different chart for it. Can we use Coinbase for it? Yes, Coinbase will work perfectly for it. All right. So we took care of all that liquidity, and then I know that looks like a break, but it looks to me it is well within my deviation standards. Yeah, it's well within my deviation standards. We're looking to short out of this area up here. We took out these two semi-equal highs over the weekend, and then it slammed faced down off of that. But you know, we took care of that shitty ass Sunday low that I've been bitching about forever. So yeah, so I'm down to go up. We got a couple of ideas on where to do that from. Let me get back to the chart with TA on it. Is it this one? Yeah, that was one. Really? Do we not have? Oh, God damn it, Burberry. God damn it, Burberry. We're missing a whole goddamn position on this thing. Not that one, you son of a bitch. Yeah. No, you know what? I don't want to just follow the structure on that. There is this 4-hour order block sitting right beneath the range low that I do like, but it's marked, so I'm not going to put a whole other position on there. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I don't have anything else to say, guys. I said all the things. I don't have anything else to say. And I love you too, Alex, and I hope you have a great week as well. And Jay Becker, Sepdo. Sepdo. And yeah, this is it. I got the tiniest of scalps in this morning. Made just the weeest of profits from about here. Yeah, about there to there. I made the weeest little profits, and then it came back and hit my stop loss and profit, and that's where I'm at with my day. That's where I start my week out at. All right. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. So you have a wonderful day, and I gotta get to work. There's a lot of stuff fell apart over the weekend. I gotta start putting it back together. And you're welcome for the stream, and you have a great day, and I don't know. God, I'd really, you know what I'd prefer to do? I would prefer to come in here and just do more TA. That's what I'd prefer to do. Like, look at this chart, right? This one's a little bit cooler than BTC in my opinion because you have the same general principle of the sweep of that low, but you also did it into demand. And don't act like we wasn't talking about this area already. Don't act like we weren't talking about these places. Don't do that to me. Well, if this looks like that, then damn it, it just reminded me. Oh, ETH, that was the other one I was going to talk about. I I did post a chart over the weekend that said ETH is looking to rug some pattern traders. I said it. I said it, and I meant it. And this is officially one of the areas that we were talking swing longs on ETH, right? Am I crazy about that? I don't think I am. I don't think I am crazy about this being one of the places we talked about swing trading ETH for a 1, 2, 3 model. Two is in Tango reaccumulation. Yes, this is that area. It's also that one. It's also that one. Oh, so volatile. Now I have to look. Now I have to look. Oh, we did a flow chart on this. But what we say, if we broke this high, then that was going to equal this one. And if we break that one, then that's going to equal supply. And if we break supply, then that's kind of our doorway to 785 on Tau. So yeah, we talked about some stuff and some things on that one. Thought you could catch me slipping. You thought you was going to catch me slipping on Tau, huh? Yeah, probably not. Thought. Ah, suckers. What happened here? So we mitigated demand after cracking the swing high. Huh. Well, this, and by swing high, I was talking about this swing high. Anyways, all right. Yeah. You trying to catch me slipping. Trying to catch me slipping. Technically, this was here, and that was your break. And so I missed a whole piece of the flow chart, or I don't know. I don't know the last time I looked at this, but the other part of the flow chart should have been here. So, you know, I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, we should probably, this week might be great, guys. This week has the potential to be great, if you ask me. Yeah, it really does. It really does have the potential to be great. Yep. This has the potential to be a pretty significant low. Just sucks that we set it at midnight. That's my only concern about that low, is that we set it at midnight. It makes me feel like we could come back for it one more time. Which we have an idea for that. Right? Don't we have an idea for that? Yeah, we got an idea for that. We've covered that base. All right. All right, my bases are covered. 104,400, good place for an alert, if you ask me. 99,500, still good place for an alert. Deuces, man, deuces. I'm gonna get on out of here. Morning from Seattle. Oh, I love Seattle. God damn, the food in Seattle is arguably the best I have ever had. Arguably the best I've ever had. All right. So we go to full screen. We hit the full screen button. We say, it's been a pleasure. You guys have a phenomenal week. I'm out of here.